A bold and very angry guinea pig is about to destroy the world. Is it possible to stop her if you're a dog, a turtle, or even a pig? Let's find out from the recap of the DC League of Super Pets. The cartoon begins with a scene familiar to every DC comic fan, the destruction of Krypton. Superman's parents put the baby in a pod and sent him to Earth. But the super baby already has a super pet. It's a puppy named Krypto. Krypto hops into the pod to fly to Earth with his owner. Many years have passed. The boy from Krypton has grown up. He's now known as the reporter Clark Kent and hero Superman. But even the coolest superhero has to walk his dog. Krypto wakes up his owner. We see they have the same set of abilities. They are both strong, invulnerable, can fly and have X-ray vision and laser eyes. Their morning walk is a dizzying flight over the metropolis. Their job is to detain criminals and save people. Dog and owner are together forever. However, Lois Lane intrudes on this idyll. Lois is Superman's beloved. In an attempt to keep Krypto from interrupting the date, they distract him with a toy in the form of a rubber Batman. Can you imagine how hard it is to distract a dog who can fly and fetch a whole tree instead of a stick? The other dogs tell Krypto the truth. They explain that his owner isn't playing with him, he's just trying to get rid of his pet. That's what always happens when your owner finds a soulmate. Krypto is horrified. Meanwhile, Lois and Clark discuss his fate. If Clark starts a family and devotes less time to his dog, the latter will feel very lonely. The couple decides that it's time to find Krypto some friends. We're moving to the animal shelter. It's the home of the proud and free-spirited dog Ace, cute piggy PB who loves superheroes, the timid squirrel Chip, and of course the weak-sighted turtle Merton. They've already given up hope of finding owners. Now, Ace dreams of running away with his friends and taking them to the farm. According to his descriptions, the farm seems like a paradise. That's when we meet Lulu. This is a bald guinea pig. She's also dreaming of escaping the shelter. Moreover, she's constructing some kind of a special device to do it. Meanwhile, Clark Kent comes into the shelter. He tells the saleswoman that he is looking for a friend for his dog. The saleswoman informs him that she has the perfect one. And it is... oops. Instead of Ace, all she finds is an empty cage. In the meantime, Ace is attempting to escape and bumps into Krypto. The dogs fight. Krypto acts like an arrogant rascal. Because of him, Ace is caught and returned to the cage. While the ordinary miserable animals remain in the shelter, the superdog continues to live his super life. The villain Lex Luthor and his assistants catch an asteroid made of orange kryptonite. Green kryptonite is the mineral that drains Superman's abilities, whereas orange kryptonite will give powers to Luthor himself. But the villain's plan is not destined to succeed. Superman and Krypto show up. To distract them, Luthor hurls an asteroid at the city. Fortunately, Krypto manages to save everyone in time, but the villain traps Superman. Except Clark isn't alone, he has friends. The entire Justice League comes to Superman's rescue. Aquaman, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash and Batman. Metropolis is saved. The meteorite is thrown into space. But Lulu, the bald guinea pig, manages to catch a piece of it with her wonderful device. We see a LexCorp tag on her ear. She was Lex Luthor's lab animal. That's what made her go bald. But it doesn't matter. Lulu loves Lex very much. One day, Superman burst into Luthor's lab and freed all the test subjects. Krypto personally took Lulu to the shelter, thinking he was doing a good deed. But in fact, he had separated her from her dear owner. Now, Lulu has acquired orange kryptonite. She's got superpowers, and she's determined to get revenge on those arrogant superheroes. Lulu destroys the shelter and flies away, taking only the kitten with her. Fire breaks out. Ace and his friends are in trouble. But then, it turns out that the orange kryptonite has given superpowers not only to Lulu. Piggy can now shrink or enlarge. Ace becomes invulnerable. Turtle gains super speed. And Squirrel can now shoot lightning from its paw. was. Finally, they escape from the shelter. Meanwhile, Superman is getting ready for his date. Krypto is so jealous that he's ready to throw Lois Lane into the ocean. Yet, his fantasy remains just a fantasy. Superman leaves. Alas, it's not his beloved waiting for him at the door. There's Lulu, the supervillain. She attacks Superman with kryptonite. Superman calls for help, but Krypto eats ice cream, grieves for his broken friendship, and doesn't hear a thing. While Lulu is fighting with Superman, Krypto calms down a bit. He's especially happy about the piece of cheese he found on the floor. Needless to say, Krypto eats it. At that moment, he hears Superman's call, takes off, and suddenly falls. Turns out Lulu had hidden a kryptonite in the piece of cheese. Now, Krypto is an ordinary dog. He tries to save his owner, but only gets hit by a car. After coming to his senses, Krypto searches for the villain. He spots Lightning Bolt, rushes there, but finds only Ace and his friends. Krypto declares that the animals must rescue his owner. Still, the animals have different plans. They are free now and want to go to the mythical wonderful farm. Krypto realizes that it doesn't exist. Ace just made up a nice fairy tale to cheer up his friends. Krypto promises that if the animals help bring Superman back, he will take them all to the real farm. Ace agrees. Meanwhile, Lulu is gathering an army. At first, the other guinea pigs are reluctant to help her, but Lulu gives them superpowers and recruits them. When Batman shows up, the supervillain animals easily take him down. In the meantime, Krypto is learning how to be a regular dog. Ace tells him about a superpower that every dog has. And there is an incredible sense of smell. At first, Krypto is squeamish, yet he realizes that in order to find Superman, he has to learn something new. Ace comforts him. Since the problem is swallowed kryptonite, it won't last longer than 24 hours. One poop on the lawn and Krypto will be a superdog again. The news broadcasts the guinea pig with superpowers defeating the Justice League. Krypto realizes that the only hope now is for his team. But animals don't know how to save the world. Only Piggy PB is aware of superheroes. She even knows that Superman can fly to the sun, absorb its energy, and hit the villain with a special solar punch. Alas, such a blow would not be fatal only to the villain, but also to the hero himself. Suddenly, the super animals are spotted by Lulu. Her soldiers easily defeat them. Krypto gets a chance to talk to the villainess. They have a lot in common. They both dream of returning to their owners. Also, their owners are lying to them. Krypto explains to Lulu that she's just a test subject to Luthor, and Lulu says that Krypto is no friend to Superman. Friends don't conceal the fact they've bought an engagement ring and are ready for the wedding. All the while, the Justice League is languishing in a trap. Lulu has hidden them in the heart of LexCorp. It's a gift for her darling owner. Krypto is recovering from the fight with Lulu. His heart is broken. Ace decides to talk to him. He shares that he was once a pet too. His owner's baby had nearly fallen down the stairs. To save the toddler, Ace had to grab her arm with his teeth, but the owner thought Ace had attacked the baby. That's how he ended up in the shelter. Yet Ace has no regrets. After all, if you truly love someone, you'll do anything for him, even if you have to sacrifice yourself. Krypto realizes that he's not the only one who faces troubles in life. He wonders about the other animals. Ace explains that his friends are certainly weird and ridiculous. Piggy is insecure and shy. Squirrel is constantly terrified. And the turtle is blind and inattentive. Still, Ace loves them because they're his friends. And Krypto must never be discouraged. Even if Superman gets married, he won't leave his dog, because friends don't abandon friends. With his spirit up, Krypto and Super Pets decide to fly to Lex Luthor's prison. Their jet gets shot down. It was the kitten saved by Lulu, now her faithful sidekick. Kitten threatens to blow up the animals. They panic, but after talking to Ace, Krypto now knows how to help them. He cheers up the insecure Piggy, calms the fearful squirrel, and hands the blind turtle a pair of glasses. Then Krypto makes a plan, and he's supposed to be the bait. The first strike is taken by the invincible Ace. The turtle, the pig and the squirrel catch a kitten in a dumpster. By the way, while Crypto's friends were learning to control their powers, Crypto was learning to control his. Now he's picking up Lulu's trail like a real dog. She's just about to get to Luther. When Crypto's team shows up, Lulu catches them and puts them in cells too. The moment of reunion with Luther has finally come. Lulu is happy. And then Lex just locks her in a cell. He doesn't care about a rodent. He plans to leave and take the credit for defeating the Justice League. Lulu's heart is broken, but the culmination of her villainous plan is yet to come. She informs Crypto that in 30 minutes, the entire Justice League will cease to exist. Lulu is freed by the other guinea pigs, but there's no one to save Crypto. To get out of his cell, he needs Superman's strength, and then Kryptonite naturally leaves the dog's body. Crypto regains his powers and destroys the cell. He doesn't want the Super Pets to follow him. Crypto isn't going to risk new friends to save the old ones. He will fly to LexCorp headquarters, save Superman on his own, and keep his promise to take the animals to the farm. Meanwhile, the guinea pigs are destroying the city. Crypto arrives to stop them. It turns out that LexCorp's main tower is a rocket. Lulu plans to launch it and blow it up along with the entire Justice League. This plan scares even her sidekicks. In the meantime, Lulu shoots down the reporter's helicopter with Lois Lane on board. Crypto is faced with a terrible choice: rescue his owner or the woman he loves. And that's when the Super Pets show up. They won't leave their friend in the lurch. Crypto saves the helicopter, and his friends take care of the rocket. Lulu is furious. She catches Crypto and encases him in a steel sphere, but she is not aware of all his powers. Suddenly, Crypto witnesses a horrifying explosion in the sky. He is shocked, but it appears that his friends have managed to release the Justice League out of the rocket. In a fit of desperation, Lulu injects orange kryptonite particles into her body. She becomes a giant monster. The superheroes along with the super animals struggle to stop Lulu. However, she is too enormous. Lulu shouts that nothing on this planet can stop her, and Crypto realizes that this is the answer. Since nothing on this planet can stop Lulu, then it's time for the Solar Paw Punch. He flies to the sun, absorbs its energy, and heads for Earth. Most likely, this heroic act will be the last one for Crypto. But he keeps Ace's words in mind. If you truly love someone, you will sacrifice yourself without a second thought. After absorbing the energy, Crypto crashes into the monster. Lulu is defeated. The kryptonite in her body is shattered. She becomes a little bald guinea pig again. Crypto is about to bid farewell to life, but the invincible Ace covers him with his body. The friends regain consciousness on the ground. Superman rushes over to Lois Lane. Now, Crypto is not jealous but happy for his friend. All the Super Pets finally get super owners. Squirrel is taken by Green Lantern. Turtle goes to Flash. Wonder Woman takes the pig. The solitary Ace and the solitary Batman find each other, and even Lulu's former sidekicks are adopted by Aquaman and Cyborg. Crypto suddenly recalls that he promised to take his friends to the farm, but they don't need it anymore. Time passes. The misfit animals have become a real team of superheroes. Now they will be the protectors of the city along with their owners. Which of these pets would you like to have? Write in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'll see you later, friends.